Amanda Shires is a country folk Americana singer hailing from Texas. I would say she's mostly known for the fact that she is married to fellow country music man Jason Isbell. However, I only recently discovered that, and I actually found this album through Album of the Year. Every now and then I just sort of scroll through the new releases. Once I've sort of digested everything that I wanted to digest, I kind of go down the list and find lesser known albums that perhaps might be interesting, and I'm glad I did that in this case because yeah, this new album from Amanda Shires is actually really good. I wouldn't say country music is having like a great year, to be honest, but To the Sunset is going to be one of the highlights, I would say, because musically it's actually pretty diverse throughout. It's not just, standard Americana tunes. I know that the Courtney Marie Andrews album from earlier this year, May Your Kindness Remain, was very much stripped back and beautiful country ballads, but this one has a bit more of a rock edge to it. I think it would be quite an appetizing album for a non-country fan, to be honest. There are certainly some pretty nice upbeat instrumentals, especially on like the third track on this album. It's certainly a bit more engaging, I think, to a non-country listener. Take on the Dark being one of the best songs here, though, in terms of like the rock instrumental. It's essentially just a rock track, honestly. Like Amanda, when she comes through with her hooks, she's actually really good and has a nice little ear for melodies. So she brings in some really good choruses on this album that stick with you for the most of the album. I would say though that the issue with this album is sometimes that there are some vocals that sound a bit off. I think in the recording quality, or there's a bit of an effect done on her voice. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but sometimes it's a bit echoey and a bit like odd to listen to, but it doesn't really take away from the fact that these songs and tunes are really good. I would say lyrically though, there's probably not too much here that you're gonna gravitate towards. I certainly don't think there's anything special lyrically on this album. I'm mostly just liking it and loving it, in fact, for the instrumentals, because it's a pretty fresh sound when a country artist goes in the more rock direction. Like the Jason Eady album that came out pretty recently was just so bare and minimum, and I just felt quite bored throughout. But this album has a bit more balls to it. You can tell she has a lot of guts in it, it's not just like a really straightforward country track. She really brings the rock inspiration through here, and it sounds really good. Tracks like Mira, though, probably aren't particularly the most well-developed songs in terms of songwriting. I think it's pretty so-so lyrically. But throughout this album, there's not really many tracks that stand out in that kind of way, but Mira was definitely one that just didn't really appeal to me all that much in terms of the lyrics. But still, out of 10 tracks, one song, I can't really deny that. And then perhaps the other issue is the fact that, this album closes off in a really untied type of way. Like, it's pretty much just a track and then the album ends. I thought the album could have ended off in a bit more of a banging type way, but I suppose that's sort of the style of Amanda. Most of these tracks were pretty much just straightforward rock songs, and I think she just wanted to keep that up for the whole duration of the album, and perhaps ending on a ballad or whatever would have been really cliche anyway, so it's not much of an issue. But yes, a really solid album, man. I mean, not many people have been talking about it for obvious reasons. It's country, it's Americana, no one gives a shit. But I would say that this is definitely going to be one of the highlights of the year to me, and I'm glad I discovered it as well. Album of the Year is a pretty good website for discovering albums like this. So yeah, check it out. Come on, just listen to it. I'm gonna go a very light 8 out of 10, but it's certainly gonna be a year-end list album. So yeah, I'm really liking To the Sunset. Make sure you check it out. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews if you like this review. Oh yeah, have a good day.